Alright, so this is video number 3 from architectural class. In this video, what we're going to do is focus on doors and windows, specifically based upon the floor plan that we downloaded on the PDF file in our Schoology. Before we get that going, one of the things I want to do, because we're so limited on the doors and windows we have, one of the things we want to do is load in some more doors and windows. So we have a little bit more options to play with. Okay, and to do that, that's basically what. Actually, to create more doors and windows, we load in what are called families. Okay. In this case, right now, if I go to architecture and door, now I added in a bunch more doors, but in most cases, you're only going to get about a handful of choices. It's the same if I went to architecture and I did windows, and I haven't loaded any. But right now, my windows are pretty limited. Okay, I have either a fixed window, which means it doesn't open at all. It's just a plate window. I have window casement double, which is basically allows me to. In this case, these ones I think open out, I think if I remember correctly. And then you have one double hung. These are the ones where the top or the bottom slides up and down. Okay, your choices are pretty limited. If you want to add more choices, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that, and then in subsequent videos I'll show you how to make even more customizable ones that you can go download. But in order to do that, what we have to do is update families. Okay, so these here, these windows are in a family, doors are part of a family, all these little components that we can add in are families. So for instance, when I went to look at doors, I want to put garage doors in, but they were not in the original door choices. Okay, so I had to go in literally and go to insert and go to load family. And then here what I had to do is go back to here. You have English Imperial. This is all the choices you have. Detail items, we'll add in curtain wall panels, all kinds of stuff. But what I did is I went to doors. And if you just double click on doors, I went to residential, and I literally just highlighted all these and said open. And what it did ultimately is it came over here under my groups, or excuse my families, on the left-hand side. And now if you look at my doors, instead of just having the original single flush, this was the original right here. By downloading all those, I was able to get all these other doors in here. Interior, exterior, garage doors, sliding glass doors, things of that nature. In addition, I added in there the hardware. Okay, and the hardware is all like the door handles. So this way, if you go into double-click hardware, you can see all the different types of door handles you can also use to customize your doors. There are more online. I'll show you how to get those in another video. But this is the things we need to start adding into our design right now. Okay, so I added those in, and now what I want to do is I want to do this with Windows. So I'm going to slide this down to my Windows. Go to load family, go in here and find my windows. So I'm going to slide down here. There's railings, but here's my windows. If I double click, I got nested families. I'll look into this in a second, but here's your curtain walls, skylights, window awnings, all different types of windows in here, single hung, double hung. You can do mutton bars. These are important. Mutton bars are, if you have, like in my house, I have windows that look like they have built-in cross pieces inside of them. Those are called mutton bars. Okay, so I'll probably add these in. So again, allows me to do more customization of my windows, which is what I want to get to. Trim, you got different type of trim levels, exterior, you got brick types, all that kind of stuff. So again, you can add those little detailed elements to the interior and exterior of your windows. Right now, if you were just to insert windows, just plain windows, you would have just basically a clear piece of glass in the wall with nothing around it. Okay, so these are things we can add in. So I'm going to start adding these things in by going in here. I'm going to highlight the entire thing, curtain wall awning. I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to take all these. Shift key, go to the bottom, highlight all of them, and I'm just going to say open. And what it's going to do, it's going to end up expanding out my windows. Now it takes a second, I'm just going to say okay. It's going to probably tell you for a second it's not going to respond. You're going to get the wheel of death. It's all right. It takes a moment to load all these in because these are pieces we can load in. And like I said, the cool thing is there are families we can go download at other places, including at Autodesk, and we'll do that later on where we really want to start customizing. I'm going to do it also with walls. So I get override existing version. So I'm just going to override everything. Okay, so that way everything's up to date. But I'm going to do this with walls eventually, so I can customize the walls, interior and exterior, and so forth. Okay, so we're going to add things in as we go along, but we're going to do this as per this version. This may take a little bit of time because that was a pretty large file. We'll let this go for a little second here. And now we finally have all the windows finally loaded in. So to go check it, I'm going to go down where it says Families down here. Go to your Windows, hit that plus button, and here are all your choices of windows. So we literally went from just a few single hung, double hung, and fixed to skylights, awnings, casement windows, double hungs, fixed arch windows, half windows, octagons. So just by adding in that family. Now I'm also going to go in here and add in, after that, the nested family. So I want to go ahead and get some like the mutton choices because I want to be able to customize. So I'm going to go ahead and take a few moments and just load all this stuff in. These are all those mutton choices, and say open. And again, it's going to take a second here to load. So you're going to have to sit here and watch the wheel for just a moment. Okay, overwrite existing. And it continues to do this. And we finally have all those loaded. So now I'm going to do one more. I'm going to go load the family again, but instead of the mutton, we're going to go to the trim because I want to be able to customize the exterior of the window and the interior. So again, yes, this takes time, and we'll end up adding a lot more as we go along. So each time we add an element, you'll see later on, I'll end up doing with the walls. And when I go to another video and start talking about how to really customize the walls, I will actually go in and do the same thing for the walls. So I can play around with the way it looks. But hopefully this will go pretty quick here. And then we'll get going. There we go. So there's all my window stuff. So it really got really big. Okay. As you can tell, there's also ones for roofs and ramps and railings and all kinds of stuff. And like I said, you can also download this basic wall, curtain wall, stacked wall. That's what we have right now. I could always go in and load that family, and I'll do that later on. Okay. Now the great thing is I can come in here now and go back to architecture and go to doors, and now we're going to start adding in our doors. Okay. I'm going to add in like a front door here. Let's go to architecture, door, oops, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and start adding like some doors in here in a moment. I'm going to add a front door. I'm going to add a garage door, probably a couple of these garage doors. I'll add a back patio door, I believe, yeah, a sliding glass door that's going to be back off the dining room area, and then we'll start talking about windows. Okay, so I'm going to start with doors first. So right now I'm going to drop this down. I want to do, in this case, an exterior, oops, I can do handles with lock, without lock, so I'll go with lock. Okay, in this case, I want to go down to my type of door. Oops, I'm going to go exterior, oh, what am I on here? Doors, properties, I got to go down and figure, oh, here's my doors. Single flush, push plate, nope, I'm going to go down to here. I want to make the front doors going to be a 36 by 80. I'm going to keep it pretty standard. Actually, I'm going to do a 36 by 84 because we want tall ceilings on this. In this case, you can do sill height. I'm going to do the edit the type. You can do frame materials, frame type, images, all kinds of stuff, header height. Edit the type, interior by host 772. Single flush. I can drop this down to interior. Let's see, I'm going to go down to here and go, not sliding door. Let's go exterior, double glass, full wood glass. Exterior side, light, full arch, no. Half entry glass, single wood clad. Single entry. Half glass, wood clad. Let me do single entry, half arch, single exterior. I'm just trying to think what I want here. Each one is a little bit different. Single, one panel, single flush glass, wood. I think the one that's actually in the design that I'm looking at here has got a glass window in it. So what I'll do in this one is I'm going to do, I don't want the side light because there's no side light on this. So I'll go single entry half glass or single entry one panel wood. Maybe I'll do door interior single full glass. Let's see what that looks like. Let's load that in there. Load it. Oops, no, never mind. That's loading if you want to load a custom one. In this case, I'll go ahead and do that. Interior, panel material, you can pick. You could do all kinds of different types of wood. And right now, I'm just going to leave it as it is. We can actually load those in there, so I'm not going to change anything. And I think maybe if you can do there, it looks like it's going to load. Door handle can be aluminum. I can do it, like brass and things of that nature. So again, you can go through and customize all this. I just want to make sure that it looks right. So you can again come in here, brick common is cherry. I'm just going to do clad white because it's a white door in the picture. So I'm going to make it real simple and just go with the clad white and say okay. Frame material, same thing. I'll just do that clad white and say okay, so it all matches. The trim material, same thing. I'm just going to do a clad white. And again, this is things you don't have to do right now. We could always just come back, and this is the only door I'm going to do it with. I just want to pop doors in, and then subsequently in later videos, I will go through and customize each door to make it look the way I want it to. Same with this. I could do it from this material instead of aluminum. I don't know what the other ones are, so let me have some other stuff here. There's copper. I can see copper. I don't know if there's any brass. But I think I'm just going to go with this and call it good. Steel chrome plated, steel paint ivory, structural, okay, steel carbon. I'm just going to go with this. Now let's go with chrome plated, make it a little more high tech, okay? And then from there, I'm just going to say okay. All right, so there's what the door is looking like. All right, it's just looking right here, single panel. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and a couple of different things. I'm going to first put it right approximately in the middle right here. Okay, and then basically it's going to take a second. And what I'm going to have to do, if I'm going to have to come back in here, if I click on this door, these little arrows indicate flipping it inside, outside. Okay, and which direction do you want to flip it into? Now I want mine to flip in, this way, and then I want the door going to the right. Okay, so my handle will be to the left. All right, so this can be a 36 by 8 or 7 foot door. It should be single glass. I'll probably come in here and take the muttons out here. I'll say show the grill. I'll take the grill out so it's just glass. And that way, so right there, that's what the grill is. And call this good. Okay, so there's a door. Real simple. All right, so I put the front door in here. Now I'm going to put a garage door right here, which is the one entryway. I use a steel interior exterior door. Like on my house, I have a basically just installed one. It is a fire-rated door. Okay, a fire-rated door is a steel door. It's a 20-minute time door. So I'm going to do an exterior pull with lock. Oh, sorry, I'm going to go down here. Let's go again. I'm going to do it. In this case, I'm going to do a 32 by 84. No, in this case, yeah, I'll do a tall door there also. Usually, the standard is pretty much a 32 by 80. You can actually customize this. Okay, you can actually go in here and make this and edit the style. So instead of 32 by height 7, you could just go in here and go 80 inches. Okay, 6'8" is pretty standard. That's a pretty standard door. Rarely do you find garage doors that tall. You can, but for this case, I want a fire door, and most fire doors are only 6 feet 8 inches tall. What I mean by fire door is it's basically a steel clad on both sides with fire retardant material in between. That way, if a fire breaks out in your garage, I have a 20-minute door. It's what is a fire-rated door, 20 minutes. Means it will keep the fire out of my house for up to 20 minutes, give me time to get free. I know it sounds very dark, but just putting that out there. I'm going to do, in this case, exterior, let's see, door, garage, embossed panel, garage door. Let me see what that's going to be. Oops, no, that's actually a garage door. Never mind, that's an actual garage door. I'll do a panel wood for glass, flush panel. I'll just do panel wood for right now. I mean, I'll come back and customize it later. I'll leave it right now. In this case, if you want, I'm just going to go white clad again. Keep it real simple. I'm going to say okay. Frame material, I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm just going to go white clad. Okay. And again, we can play around with that as we look at doors. Door handle material, same thing. I'll probably go with that chrome steel and just make it one more time. Be, a consistent model throughout the house. And I forget what I saw that. Was it steel, chrome plated? Okay. And again, from here, I'll say okay. And I'm just going to kind of apply it right here, right in the center of the door. And again, what I want to do is I'll escape there and come back and highlight this, and again I will flip it to the inside, and that's about how I want it. You want it opening towards a wall. So in this case, I'm going to open it to the left. It's going to stop right there. I walk in the house. Here would be my stairs. Okay. From here, I'm going to go ahead and throw a couple garage doors in. So again, I'm going to go to door. I'm going to go down to my single flush, and this time when I get my choices, I'm going to go to edit type. I'm going to go from here from single flush to garage door. I'm going to do a garage door embossed panel, which is basically like it has little panels on there. Steel, paint finish, ivory matte, that's fine. The house, we could say it's ivory matte finish. I'm going to maybe see if there's another paint choice. It probably doesn't really matter, me honestly. I don't know if they have other colors in here, and that's something I'll have to go play with. But they do have, like, here's metal bronze, metal aluminum, they do have stainless steel. So I may go back and change some of the door handles. It's like a stainless steel, so it doesn't rust. Okay, I like brushed nickel. That's my preference. You may want bronze, darker. Okay, some of you may like that aluminum look. I want things that are going to hold up and last. But I'm just looking to see if there's any kind of color paint, anything of that. I may go ahead and just continue to stay with the clad white to match the front door. But again, this is stuff you can play with, okay? Steel, paint finish. Actually, I'll go back. Maybe I can Control-Z that. Maybe, I guess not. I'm going to go back to that steel. I'm just going to keep it to ivory finish. Maybe we'll add some different color to it later on, okay? So in this case, I'm going to say okay. It is width 8 feet. Height will be 7. That's fine. 7 feet's pretty standard. I'm going to say okay. That's a single garage door. Insert, conflicts with joint wall. Oh, my bad. I was editing the wrong door. I need to add a door. Sorry. Let me go back to the whole process again. That was my fault. In this case, I'm going to edit type. Make sure I'm there. I think, okay, edit type. I apologize. That was the wrong one. I want to go to here. I want to go from the family. I'm going to go to garage door, embossed panel. Steel painted 8 foot 7, say okay. I'm going to put that one right here. Okay, then again, I want to make sure these dotted lines should be inside the garage. So what I'll do is hit escape and highlight and flip that to the inside. So now I have a garage door. Okay, and if you want to ever look, you can go to any of your houses east and just start looking to make sure these are looking the way you want them to. So there's my garage door. It's a boss panel, which is pretty standard. We can go in here and modify that. That's all over here. I could actually click on this, and we can modify the panel any way we want it to do, okay? And then in this case, we'll leave it as it is. We'll come back later and do some modifications on what it looks like as we get more into the design of the house. There's that door that's similar to what I see on the front door here. Again, I'll probably do some customization on the trim on the outside so it looks a little cleaner. But in this case, I'm going to go back to my main floor. I'm going to do another garage door, so I'll hit escape to get off of that. I'm going to come in and do another door. This time my garage door is going to be a double garage door. So I'm going to go here, garage door embossed, but I'm going to do a 192 by 84, which is a standard 2-car garage, which would be the one on the left. In this case, I'm just going to take it as it is, and I'm going to throw it approximately right here in the middle. Okay, and then again, hit my escape. I'm going to go ahead and flip this to the inside. I know there's a faster way of doing that. But again, I'm going to go now to my north, I think, or is it south? There is that other garage. So there's my 2 garage doors, my front door to the house. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I've got a garage door to the inside, going back to my main floor. And now what I want to do is I'm going to come in here. I'm going to put a sliding glass door in the back here. So I'm going to again go to door. In this case now, I'm going to change this from garage door. I got to look down here. Let's go to recently used types. Let's go to interior single. I got to think about what I want to do here. Full glass. Let me just see this for a second. I don't know if we have anything for sliding glass doors. So I'm going to go to here and say edit type. Let's see if we can find a sliding glass door. I see a sliding door handle, flush panel, interior double full glass wood. That would probably be the closest I think we can get to a sliding glass door. 60 by 80. I'm going to go a little bit bigger, maybe 6 by 80. Let's see if I can go rough height 60 by 80. That's pretty standard. Maybe I can go a little bit higher, which would be the 84 inch. A little bit more custom. It would cost a little bit more, obviously, but it would be pretty nice. The width of 5 feet, I think I'm on this one. This is a pretty good size home. I'm going to guesstimate on this, looking at the back. I'm going to say that's a 6 foot. That seems more appropriate to me for that size of a house. That's what I have on mine. And it's a 6 foot wide, 3 foot on each panel. I'm going to leave the panel material. I'm going to again go to that clad white. Cancel that. So I go to this. Hit this right here. I'm going to do the clad white, so it's all white trim. Again, I'll play with these as I go along. This is just for brevity right now. I'm going to go for a few more minutes here and just basically get through the doors and say okay. All right, that was good enough. I'm going to say okay here. And now I'm going to kind of shove these over here. Now, in this case, these are double doors. These are basically French doors. I am going to quickly do a custom on these and see if there's anything I can do with the type. I don't know if there's a frame material. I can go through and check that. I don't want the grill. Swing angle, frame type. I don't want a swing angle. I want a sliding glass door. And I may have to actually go in, truthfully, and I may have to go in here and do, oops, sorry, I'm just double clicking to see if I can get this to open up. Okay, so that's the door. So it's basically French doors. I don't know if there's a way you can make them sliders. So this may end up being something where I have to come back later on and change this or load in a family of sliding glass doors. I'll have to figure that one out. I'm not sure in here if there are any sliding glass doors. Where's my family's door swing single? Nope. This is all from the properties. Never mind. Let me get out of this. Go back to my main floor. I'm going to go back to my families here. And again, as you can see, I'm kind of having a look through this stuff. Because again, this is new to me, so I'm kind of playing around with it. I'm just seeing if there's anything in here at all. I know they have sliding glass door handles, but I'm not really seeing anything double full glass. Let me see what this looks like. If I do this one here, let me go here. I think that's what I picked, was double full glass. But I don't know if you can do a slider. So I'm going to have to probably look for a sliding, because I know they have a sliding door handle here. So we may have to come back and play with this. In this case, we're in Colorado. One thing I will do is make sure these are flipping to the inside due to snow, so I don't get caught if there's too much snow in the backyard. Okay. Like I said, we'll come back. I'm going to look for a family. I'm going to have to actually look this up and see if there's anything else. I don't know if it would be considered a curtain panel. I'm not sure what it would be. I'll have to look and see where I can find sliding glass doors. So I'll have to do some research on where to find sliding glass doors. Okay. Going through this, just looking at anything wall structurals. I'm just looking to see if you see anything here. And if anyone does find it, please let me know and I can share it with the group. With that said, what I'm going to do is just going to add a couple more interior doors. Specifically, I'm going to add a door to the front closet right here. Okay, this is just going to be a simple interior door, so I'm going to do an architectural and door. All right, this one here is just going to be a simple architecture and door. Double click door. Why do I not have you? What happened to my property? Oh, I got it back in. Sorry, hold on, view. I gotta go back into my user interface. I need my properties back up. I closed them out. Duh. Okay, sorry. Okay, in this case, I want a simple interior panel door, so I'm just going to do interior single, edit type. I'm just going to do a simple. I'm going to make all my the base floor doors. I mean, we could do standard 6'8". Yeah, it's really up to you. I guess what I'll do is keep them standard right now. Maybe we go to 7 foot, since it is a 9-foot ceiling. Newer homes do have 7-footers. In this case, I'm going to go here. Instead of a double door, I'm just going to do an interior single wood panel. In this case, I'm just going to do clad white. That's fine. Instead of steel chrome plated, I think I'm going to do what I wanted to, which was that stainless steel. When I went up here, I saw the colors. I'm just going to do a stainless steel metal. Say OK. Clad white's fine. 2'8". That's 32 inches. Now, a closet door standard usually is made 2 feet or 28 inches. So I'm going to make mine a 28-inch door because it's just a closet door. I don't want it too big because you're not moving furniture inside and out of it. It's just opening it up to put jackets inside. So I'm going to make that 28 inches. Which is 2 feet 4. I'm going to say a height of 6'8" is fine. And then I'm just going to place the door. I'm going to say OK. I'm going to put my door right here. Okay, now I'm just going to kind of place it in the middle. And now in this case, you can see we got a little bit, oh, nope, Control Z that. Okay, anyone notice where I put it in the wrong spot? Okay, I actually put it in the wrong spot there. I want it right here. And in this case, I'm just going to drop it into place, and that looks perfect. Okay, I'm going to hit escape, and that door looks good. Okay, hit escape again. I was going to say, this door should not be running into this door, and I was like, that was a dead giveaway. I put it in the wrong spot. So this is the actual closet door. Okay. Now, a couple other doors. I'll put one in for the bedroom or bathroom. I'll also put one right about here. We'll put another 28-inch door here. So I'm just going to do the same thing. I actually can repeat that. So go back to my architecture on my door again. It's going to use the same one. I'm going to put one like right about here. This one will get adjusted when I actually put my stairs in. That looks good right there. And then I'm also going to put one right over here. This would be pretty much at the same size of the powder room. Kind of pull towards that inside. That looks really good about right there. Okay, about 1'8" is pretty common. And the nice thing I like about this is it kind of helps you kind of see this a little bit. 1'8" from the wall centered would be pretty good, just because it leaves enough of a gap between the door and the wall that you don't hit your wall. Okay, and that's really kind of important. You don't want to hit your wall and ding it. Believe me, I'm paying for repairs already on a couple places where we had dings in our walls. So you don't want that. And then basically at this point, you can put holes in the walls, like there'd be a walkthrough here. In this case, I'm not sure if that would be with a door. I don't think it is with doors. If I go into here, I just want to do a really quick, in this case, an edit. I don't think we can pick if there's one that's just a hole. I don't think it can. I think all these are just doors. So in this case, what we'll have to do, like even on these doors, I can also go in here and edit the type. I think I can also add it in interior, yes, discretion type, thickness, height. I'm not sure if we can put on the handles or not. Type is door single panel, yep, and then there's my choices. I'm not sure if we can modify those handles or not. I'll have to go back and check. That'll be something I'll have to play with. Just do a quick preview. Just want to see what the door looks like. That's what it's looking like. Single panel, no glass, one panel wood. I'm sure I can make it into like a 3-panel, which will make it more shaker style. But that will be good. I'll just go ahead and you can create some other ones. You can duplicate these and make these yourself. But in this case, I think that's what I'm going to stick with. I will figure out how to put the holes in the walls, okay, because we actually may have to do that. With the doors, I don't think we can do it with this, unless anyone sees anything in here, exterior handles and so forth. Okay, otherwise, I think right now, I will stop the video here, so at least you can have the main doors in there, and I believe that's all of them. The only ones we don't have, we should have a walkway through this wall right here, and then these should be wide open on this wall and this wall. Otherwise, interior walls or interior doors on this are complete. And at this point, we're going to call this good. Again, eyeball them. We may have to adjust them later on, but for the most part, I think this is a good one. It gives us at least a front garage doors, an interior door, an interior garage door. We'll turn this later on into a sliding glass door. The next video, I'll show you how to do windows. We'll add the windows in. But with that said, go ahead and add the doors. Make sure you save your part or your house when you're done. So just make sure you hit that save. Okay, and with that said, good luck. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask.